So this is the first mobile app, and so for the first task, we're going to ask that you find and navigate to your polling location for Election Day.
Here. Sorry, do you want me to find my location?
Or just just find what the app tells you your polling place location is.
Okay. So the Ellicott Mills Middle School cafeteria?
Okay.
Or Ellicott Mills, Maryland School cafeteria? I don't know what that is.
Okay. And then could you also get directions to this polling place?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Any other comments about this task or things like that?
I don't think so. It's pretty straightforward.
Okay. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. This is a prototype, right? So some of these pages, all these pages are static, and some of these pages are not hooked up, right?
Okay.
So if you click on something and it's not clickable, that means it doesn't exist yet. So you should probably click something else.
Okay.
Okay. But so any other comments, things about this first task? So this was task 1. Any other things about task 1?
No, that was pretty straightforward.
Okay, so now what we're going to ask you to do is we're going to ask that in this second task, we're going to ask that you kind of change or look at your notification settings as well as check your notification histories.
I don't know where to go. My notifications. So maybe, I don't know. I don't know where I would go. Am I going to go home? I don't know. Can I not go back from here? The home button doesn't work. Go back to election page. Okay. Yeah, I have no clue.
Okay. Well, maybe go back to the home page.
Okay.
And is there anything that you see possibly on this page that may contain settings?
Little gear. Okay. Got it.
So yeah, so this is the same page, and so if you click around, you can maybe see sort of.
Oh, that's cool. I like that you can change the frequency.
As I said, some of these
right.
things, yeah. Okay.
Cool.
And then if you could also go back and check your history to complete the task.
So is this is a history of the notifications that I've already received by email or text?
Yes.
Okay.
Any comments or things about?
I don't think that I would use this feature.
Okay. And why is that? Just
because if I have an email or a text message, I probably already have a history of that.
Okay.
But I don't think I would ever consult this to be like, oh, did you already send me the information through another modality?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, great. So that was the first prototype. If there's no other comments right now, we have this just this quick survey for you to fill out.
Okay.
Actually, hold on a second. I gave you the wrong folder. Sorry. Here you go. And so yeah, there's also for each question sort of this why or why not. I mean, one sentence, 2 sentences, a couple words, whatever you're willing. If you don't have anything to say, you don't have to write anything down. It doesn't have to be anything, it doesn't have to be a long paragraph.
Okay.
Yeah.
Easy.
it doesn't exist. No, notifications, the gearbox. No, that shouldn't have been there. Just when you go back to it, take it out. Okay, sorry, I should have made that clear. All good?
Yep.
Okay, thanks. Great. Okay, so now we'll move on to the second mobile prototype.
Okay.
So over here. Yeah. So again, we're going to start with We're going to start with two tasks.
Okay.
The same task as before. And so in this first case, we're going to ask that you find your polling location and get directions for the general election.
Okay.
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 Any complaints, problems, comments, things like that?
I was a little surprised that when I clicked on general election, that then I wasn't anticipating that I was going to have the options of who, what, where, when, how, but it was very intuitive once that's what I was greeted with.
What were you expecting?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It was just kind of like, I don't know.
Okay. Great. So again, if you could now go back and in this case do the second part of the task, which is first, find your notification settings, and then second, check your notification history.
Not there. Okay. Okay, so these are my settings and history.
Okay. Any things about this task that you noticed or liked, didn't like?
I thought that this was a much better location for notification settings.
Okay.
That's where I would have clicked first if I hadn't been primed by the previous one to click on the gear.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I noticed that you first looked for that. Yeah. Okay.
Does that icon make sense to you, or does it just make more sense at the bottom?
The bell.
Yeah.
I think that the bell makes more sense to me
Okay.
for being the notifications.
Okay.
As a second thing, do you see this settings page? Would you consider the settings page being part of settings itself, or would you want to see it separate from settings?
Well, so for the first one, when you asked me to look for the notifications section, I wasn't looking for a gear type icon because I didn't realize I was looking for settings, which
fault.
is like what I put on my feedback.
Oh, sorry.
And maybe I just wasn't listening very closely,
okay.
But I was just like, oh, there's a section that has notifications for me, and I wasn't looking to program those notifications. So I think either one of the the gear under settings or separately as notifications, I think is fine. I would almost, I guess maybe in my mind, I would almost expect that under kind of like the bell or something like that, that I would expect to find like my upcoming notifications or like a history of notifications.
Okay.
Whereas under settings is where I would expect to be setting those notifications.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
So that's fair enough. Okay, and do you have any comments about the interfaces that you saw?
I think I liked the second one better. I think that this one so far has been more intuitive to me.
Okay, we'll ask more
Okay.
questions after the interview. I just wanted to see if you had any feedback.
Yeah. How do I go back? I don't know how to get back to the front. Is this the front? Yeah.
Okay, so in that case, what we'll have you do then is just fill out the same type of survey as before.
Okay.
And then we have just this, since you finished both prototypes, just a quick comparison between the two.
Okay.
There's no why or why not in this one. Sorry, I'm just going to take a quick picture, sorry. Just for proof. Excellent.
I
Okay.
need an alibi.
And then I'll buy exactly. Okay, so now we finished the mobile prototypes. We're now going to move on to the web prototypes.
Okay.
So the web prototypes have a slightly different functionality and purpose than the mobile ones. Specifically, they're designed to inform users, voters, about a number of different political issues, specifically voter ID laws and their effects on different states
Okay.
and the political process. And so again, we're going to show you two prototypes and repeat the process.
Okay.
So in this case, the first task that we're going to ask you to do is to find information about Maryland's voter ID laws.
Okay.
Looks like you did.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think, or did you have any first reaction or quick take comments about this process?
I think that this page would take me a little bit longer to find the information that I'm looking for,
Mhm.
because you have to kind of scan all of the different circles to find the information that you're looking for.
Mhm.
But otherwise, I think it looks nice.
So one thing is that unfortunately Balsamiq doesn't, the program we're using doesn't allow you to do this, but we were thinking of having the bubbles kind of expand as you hovered over them. Would that interaction make more sense or be more interesting or useful to you, or do you have any preference one way or another?
I think that, and this might be very silly, but I think that the nicer and more streamlined a website looks, the more I enjoy using it. But I don't think that that would make it easier necessarily to find the information that you're looking for quickly.
Okay.
But it might make me more interested in staying on the web page to play around with expanding bubbles to find the information that I'm looking for.
Okay. So if you could just click the page again.
This page?
No, just this. Yeah. Okay. So now that you found the information, could you share this page with your friends on Facebook, or share the voter ID information that you found with your friends on Facebook?
No. I don't know, maybe here. Okay. Okay. I don't have to enter my Facebook email
No,
and
you
password,
just
right?
click it and then click it one last time.
Okay.
Okay. So what did you think about this process?
I didn't think that the get involved is very intuitive.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I would be looking for it. I feel like, I mean, maybe this is an Android thing, but the little like connection thing is what I was looking for.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. No,
it's
I
like
do.
a sideways V.
Yeah. Okay, but the idea is that but the idea of sharing. So you're saying sort of the sharing is not a process that you would connect with getting involved, or I guess do you see them
Correct.
you see them as distinct processes?
Yeah, I mean, I think that this makes sense. But this almost makes me feel like you're looking for me to like donate money or something.
Okay. Okay, so this was the first one.
Okay.
So as before, we've got, just make sure I give you the right one. So, just gonna.
Sorry, all I did on this one is the send it to Facebook and voter ID requirements, right?
Yeah, just
Okay.
check the voter ID requirements and then share that information with your friends on Facebook.
Can I do this again?
Yeah.
Okay, how did I get here? Okay.
Okay, great. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move on to the final prototype.
Okay.
Also another web prototype. And as before, we'll be asking you to do the same task that you did just now. So in this case, we're going to ask so for the first task, sorry, is to find voter ID information for the state of Maryland.
Okay. That's the information I'm looking for, right?
So so this particular timeline just gives you information about a particular law.
I see. And what am I looking for?
It's the same thing as before, the voter ID information for Maryland.
But not this strict non-photo ID requirement here.
No, so that one was this. We're looking for the current cases.
I see.
That's more of a, I should have mentioned, sir. That's just more of an aside. That's not very. That's just a placeholder. It would represent sort of whatever that law would be.
Okay. So I don't want this. So I have no idea.
Well,
Am I not supposed to click here?
no. Well, so if you go back, so as before, there is this. You reach the state page, correct?
Uh huh.
Yeah. So if you go back there for a second to the state page that you were on.
This one.
Yeah.
I
So,
see.
did you when you came? Did you think that you could? Was it clear that you could click through these pages?
Yes.
Okay.
I just thought that I had ended up in the wrong place.
Why? If we can ask, why is that?
Because when I ended up here,
Mhm.
this was not clear. I thought I was getting more information about this.
Okay.
And the first thing that popped up didn't really make me think that, oh, this is where I'm going to be looking at information specific to what I'm looking for. Okay.
So that was the first task.
Okay.
So the second task, which I might enjoy, is to share this information that you have here for the voter ID law with your friends on Facebook.
I found that one pretty easy. I clearly do this a lot. Okay. Let's get involved now. Okay.
Okay. So that was the task for this one. So as before, we have a final. Oh, sorry, just to ask, for the case of satisfied, did you want to write anything for why, or just didn't have anything to say? You can.
And just all of the information that describes why
Oh, okay.
I felt was
Okay,
in the other
just,
ones.
just wanted to make sure. That's
Yeah.
all. I didn't know if sometimes one person didn't realize that there was a Y there, so that's why I was asking.
Yeah.
Okay. All finished?
Yeah.
Okay, and then finally, we just have this last kind of comparison feature. All good? Okay, great. So Cindy, you can go ahead and stop the screen recording because we don't need it anymore. And so we finished kind of the main user